Where are all the rated 10 scoring frozen pizzas? Why have we seen so few? I think I know the solution to this problem, and it's about where we shop. The reason I mention this is because I recently learned about a website that sells famous foods around the United States, foods where there are often household names and lines waiting for hours to get a table that are selling on a website called Goldbelly. In fact, let me show you what the website looks like. This is not an ad for Goldbelly. They're not paying me. They don't know who I am. But I'm genuinely enthusiastic about it because look what I found. Buddy's Pizza out of Michigan selling on Goldbelly, along with places, famous places, not just pizza, places out of New York, Florida, Connecticut, all over the United States. The one thing they have in common is they're renowned for whatever it is they sell as a specialty in their area, which you would normally have to go all the way there to appreciate. So I keep comparing, for example, Detroit deep dish pizzas that I'm buying from Motor City Pizza or from Trader Joe's or from Screaming Sicilian, when I'm comparing it against what this should be. My only question is, do they actually make this? Certainly appears that they do. Now, let me show you the Goldbelly website. First and foremost, we'll come over here and let me click this button here. There it is. Okay, so you can see Chicago deep dish here. There's grill kits. There's Taste of America boxes where you can have stuff shipped to you monthly on subscription. And yeah, it's going to cost a little bit more. However, I will tell you the cost on this, well, for example, there's Joe's Stone Crab in Miami. There's Pat's Cheesesteaks out of Philadelphia. Absolutely. It's all in here. Buddy's Pizza. All right, so imagine my surprise when I saw this, because that is a Buddy's Pizza. Notice the dough isn't as thick as some of the other Detroit-style pizzas we were looking at, was one of my complaints. And in Detroit, Buddy's is synonymous with pizza, blah, blah, blah. And you scroll down and there's a number of options here. So what I ordered is this bestseller Detroit-style pizza square 3-pack for $99.95. Now, before you have a heart attack, let me just tell you that when eating at Buddy's Pizza in the restaurant, between appetizers, 2 pizzas, and drinks, we were at around $70 to $80. To have it, for me to drive over to Michigan from Phoenix, is a 3-day drive, plus gas, hotels, everything that entails, well over $100 just in gas alone, and that'll only get me halfway there. So what I'm trying to tell you is that this is actually a really good deal. This arrived in a box at my door with ice packs in it, and I was worried the ice packs will have thawed, but no, they look great. They were still frozen on the inside, and I just immediately unboxed it and stuck it in my freezer. Now, if I go over here to Buddy's Pizza, their website here, you notice all of their locations are in Michigan only. If this is in fact the real Buddy's Pizza, then that means if we order frozen pizzas from Goldbelly, and we can order from, John's of Bleecker Street out of New York, and we can get, bar style pizza out of Connecticut and New England area, Boston, we have the ability now of ordering from the finest, well, I don't want to say the finest, but I would say the most well-respected restaurants known in their area that ordinarily you'd have to be there. But now it can come right to my front door. Hand-stretched dough. This is 31.5 ounces. It's just shy of 2 pounds. Of course, edge-to-edge cheese, baked in a seasoned metal pan. All of those frozen Detroit-style pizzas we've tested come in this plastic pan. That's not how Detroit-style pizzas are made in real life. That's a twisted, inexpensive substitution for doing it right. And that could have some effect on what the end result is like. So let's take a look at it here. That's sauce. That is the traditional way that's not the only sauce. There's sauce under the cheese, but they just, in Detroit, in a traditional Detroit-style pizza, they layer a couple of stripes of sauce across the pizza like that. And I am super excited. I'm so excited. Let me go get this thrown in the oven, and I'll open it up here real quick so we can, yep, I'm sure it's gonna look exactly the same under the plastic. Ooh. Okay. Oh man. Dreaming? I guess I'm awake. Oh, if this isn't real, I'm gonna be so mad. Let's find out. Oh, I better carry this with two hands. Look at how this came out. Oh, it's beautiful. That went in a minute longer. It said 18 to 25 minutes. That's 26 minutes in my oven because I wanted it more brown. I could have pulled it out anywhere between, I'd say, 21 minutes forward, because just depending on how much level of brown you want. And now I have to figure out how to get this out of the tray, put it on the board so we can taste this. Ooh. That was pretty easy. Oh yeah, you can tell this pan was seasoned. There's some oils in there. Okay, let me go get my pizza cutter. I don't know about you, but my day potentially is about to get a lot better. There's a close-up for you. And square pizza, so you cut it into squares. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna say right about there. Not exactly a straight cut, but I won't tell if you don't. That'll be good for the taste test. We'll start on this side with the little pieces. See the crust, how you don't have near as much crust as what we saw in the frozens. We don't see the metal pans on the frozen pizzas, and we don't see the sauce on top on the frozen pizzas. This should have pepperoni. It'll be underneath the cheese on this one, and that's also traditional. The bottom of the crust, by the way, looks fantastic. That is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. I don't want to hold it sideways for too long, and it is going to get your fingers greasy. There's like a butter or something on that crust in the pan, and so it's not like grease is piling up on top of the pizza. You don't really see any at all. This is it, man. This is it. Here we go. Wow. Wow. So I'm getting the cheese on the edges of the crust. Wow. Mm, that's the real deal. Now, it's getting cold faster than I thought it would. It's so good. Okay, there's your 10 out of 10 right there. Just as I was hoping it would be. If I ever have that craving, I don't have to plan a trip to Michigan. I can have Michigan come to me. I love it. I got to have another piece. I'm going to grab this other corner. I'm not stopping. Look at that. Crust, I'm telling you, the flavor's all right in here. The sauce is just, it's not overly sweet. The mozzarella is real. You can taste how real it is. And the bread, you know, you're not dealing with bread this thick where you're basically eating bread that's seasoned. This is a proper Detroit style pizza. Oh, that's so good. I want you to pay attention to the thickness of the bread. You go another quarter inch or even an eighth of an inch thicker than that, it's too much. The crust is really buttery. And it has this burnt cheese flavor on the edges where the cheese is burned. With that fresh mozz and that amazing tomato sauce on there. If there's pepperoni in here, I'm not tasting any, but man, is this good. I think there's a pepperoni right underneath the sauce, but it almost just gets lost in the rest of the flavors. Here's what I'm going to do moving forward. Since I can trust Goldbelly to get it to Phoenix during the summer, still cold, that's one of my concerns. Two, since it is actually the pizza they say it is. And three, since I'm really looking for, 10 out of 10s, we're going to be ordering some more from Goldbelly so that everybody watching these videos, at least in the United States, no matter where you live, it's available to you if you want to spend the money. That being said, we're not just ordering one or two. We'll order at least 3 at a time in order to make the whole thing worthwhile. And Goldbelly does offer coupons. If you order $100 or more, they give you a couple $20 off coupons. Mine was $99.95, so I couldn't apply any coupons unless I spent more. And spending more, last I checked, wasn't going to save me any money. So I can always use them in the future. And I thought, well, let's see how this goes, because there's a bunch of other famous pizza places around the United States that I have no intention of ever visiting. I have no plans to go to Boston or to New York to go to the specific locations of where these famous places are. Since I know this now works, now I can find out what all the hype is about in Boston and New York about these very specific places where they have hundreds, if not thousands, of pizza places in those cities. And yet there are certain ones that stand out above all the others. So by comparison of cost to go out there and do it in person, this is nothing. Also, as a special treat, as a reward, as a gift, what an amazing present to give somebody. It's a little pricey, I get it. But then if you were taking a bunch of people out for their birthday, you probably wouldn't get away under $99 at any restaurant, unless it was just 2 of you. So with that, that's going to wrap up today's video. And oh my gosh, I wish I'd have known about... You're going to try it? Yeah. I wish I would have known about Goldbelly prior, because this could have saved me a lot of time. We're still going to review regular frozen pizzas in the grocery store, and we'll try and find any 10s that exist. But I'm hopeful that I'm hopeful that the ones that we try from Goldbelly will be consistently 10 or very close to 10, just like this is. Now, you can't have the crust. Nope. But you can eat the top. So I've left the center for you, and I'll have the edges, because these are the best parts anyway.
I'm happy to leave that for you.
Well, go ahead, poke at it. Let's see what you think. Now, she's been with me to Buddy's in Michigan, and she loves it. But we'll see if she thinks how this compares.
Yeah, that's good.
It's the real deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
The cheese, the sauce. Mm-hmm. Man, you're missing the best part.
I need that.
I know. It's got carbs, lots of carbs. Turns into lots of sugars. And that requires lots of insulin.
Right.
So not worth it. You think the pizza's expensive? Buy some insulin.
So true. It's great. I love it.
You're not just saying that?
I'm not just saying that.
All right, then I'll let you have. I won't
Oh,
devour
gee,
it.
thank you.
I don't want you to just be polite because, you know, feel free to say you don't like it.
Oh, no, trust me. I will be the first to tell you if I don't like it. I do like it.
Darn it. I thought I was going to eat
Is
the
it
whole
the
thing.
best I ever had? It's
Detroit style.
whatever.
No, it's not. Is it the best pizza? Because we all have different preferences.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the best Detroit style?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, did you try the Screaming Sicilian Detroit style? We had Trader Joe's Detroit style.
Yeah.
And then we had Motor City Detroit style, which
Right.
we haven't made a video on. We'll do that again, though, and we'll film it. And then you have this. So you've had 4.
Right.
Of those 4, did you like Trader Joe's better?
I think I actually like the Screaming Sicilian.
Get out.
But I
This
mean,
cooks so much better than the Scream.
But-
So the way that those are cooking is they're getting all the edges, and in the middle's remaining relatively undone. And I think
don't
it's
get
the
me wrong.
plastic pan.
This is good. But I can't remember. I do remember that I liked the Screaming Sicilian. Are they like it was one better than the other? I don't remember, but I like that one and I like this one.
This is so much better.
So
So much fresher.
I mean,
It
standing alone,
cooks better. The sauce is better. The cheese is better, and the crust. It isn't just bread. It's this butter-soaked cheese burned onto the edges delicacy.
I'm glad that's for you. That's
Oh,
not for me.
my gosh. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We've got to eat before this gets cold.
Right.
That would be a
Thank
sin.
you.
And we'll see you all on the next frozen pizza review. All the links for everything we talked about are in the video description below. If you like this content, be sure and subscribe and hit like. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.